2、1。
Mic check 1 2. What it do? Welcome back to the Mic Check podcast. This is T Word, the People's Champ. Today we're talking about Naoya Inoue and Marlon Tapales and their undisputed 122-pound fight coming up on December 26th in Tokyo. But before we get into the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and then drop a comment when the video is over to let me know what you think of the content. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're talking about Naoya Inoue, the former undisputed bantamweight champion, moving up to super bantamweight, aka 122 pounds, to defend and try to acquire additional titles at a new weight class. So for those that aren't aware of the situation, Naoya Inoue achieved undisputed status in December of 2022 by collecting all 4 of the belts, finally ending up with the WBO and allowing himself to move up to 122 pounds and immediately challenge for a title. So at the time, the title holder for the WBO at 122 pounds was Stephen Fulton, and he also had the WBC belt, which he took from Figueroa. So you had like a champion who many respected, including myself, many respected, still respect. And you had Naoya Inoue, who also has a lot of respect, and he was coming up to another weight class, and there's a lot of hand-wringing and question marks about exactly how this fight was going to go, including myself. I thought Fulton, being the naturally bigger person, would be able to be durable enough to weather the storm against Naoya Inoue. Unfortunately for him, he was not, and he ended up taking a knockout loss in the 8th round, as the monster proved to be not only more strong, but he was also faster, and he seemed to have a much better game plan that he was willing to execute. Now, one caveat I'll throw in there, Fulton wasn't known as a power puncher, and the monster is somebody that you've got to earn his respect with power in order to slow him down a little bit. Think about somebody like the Filipino Flash. You know what I mean? He was able to hit Inoue and make him think twice about opening himself up for punches. Fulton didn't pose that type of problem, and it just didn't go his way. So now we have Naoya Inoue with those 2 belts, WBO and WBC at 122 pounds. And then you have Marlon Tapales, who took his belts from MJ Akhmadov. And I don't know. I thought he fought a good fight against MJ. And I'm kind of like pausing here because I'm kind of reflecting on exactly how I want to frame this conversation to introduce this topic. The way that he beat MJ is not going to work against Naoya Inoue, simply because MJ is not the puncher that Inoue is. He's going to put you in danger right away, whereas MJ will have to wear you down a little bit. So I think Tapales is going to find himself in very deep waters, and now you're coming in as the IBF and WBA champion, so people are expecting you to perform as such. They don't want to see you running and moving, and they want to see you in the ring getting in the firefight, even though that's probably bad for your health when you're facing somebody like Inoue. So back to the MJ fight, I thought that he did everything he needed to do. He completely outclassed MJ, and he was not the favorite going in, and I kind of felt like MJ was ripe to be picked. I thought anybody from Fulton or a couple other top fighters at 122 could have given him trouble. Like, I really predicted that Fulton would get to fight him and get undisputed, and then him and the monster would go toe-to-toe, and it'd be an undisputed fight where Fulton could make a little bit more bag out of the deal. But he took the challenge of getting Inoue right away as he moved up to 122, and now MJ loses, and now you got 2 completely different people. If you had this conversation a year ago, nobody saw Inoue versus Tapales for undisputed. If anything, you thought it would be Fulton Inoue, right, for undisputed, but unfortunately it was a unified fight. So without getting too deep into it, because I want to do a film analysis on our Patreon where we could kind of look at what Tapales does well, what the monster does well, and then just compare what that's going to look like when they actually meet in the ring on December 26th, day after Christmas. Early fight too, remember, 5:30 a.m. if you're in the Central Time Zone in America. I don't know what percentage Vegas is giving Tapales right now, but it can't be very good. If they gave Fulton a minimal challenge to beat Inoue, I think it's even less for Tapales because he has less skills, even though I think he might be more durable, and that's just something some of us just didn't see coming for Fulton. But hey, at the end of the day, he got in there with one of the best in the business, and he came out on the short end. The early predictions are that Tapales is probably going to be the same. I think probably going to come up on the short end. But again, without analysis, I want to just look a little bit deeper and see if there's anything he can do that might catch Inoue by surprise and maybe win the fight. But ultimately, I'm favoring the monster here simply because he's got all the tools. This dude is fast, this dude is strong, and he understands the game. While his inside game isn't the best, he definitely understands how to set traps and get his opponent into compromising positions so he can lower that boom and eventually catch you with a big shot that you actually see coming, and he still will knock your ass out with it. So to me, that's a tough combination to beat. You know, I ate my words. I had to eat crow when I saw that Fulton couldn't hold up. And I don't know that there's anybody at 122 that will, because the best have already gotten in the ring and went toe-to-toe. And I think these are probably two of the best at the division. So wondering what you guys think about this upcoming fight. How do you see it going? The Inoue fans out there already know what you think, but tell me anyway. If you think that I'm wrong about how I see this thing playing out, let me know. But this has been T for the Mic Check Podcast. Until the next time, I'm out. Peace.